I love your backyard because you just let nature take its course. These just kind of show up in his property. Oh my gosh, yes! Dude, you're killing it, man. These are all incubated and hatched in the ground. Hold on, look at this. Oh my God, guys. Look at the coloration on this tortoise. This is gorgeous. That's a cherry head. Look at this. Oh my God, that is so cool, man. So give me this, I'll show you guys. Check this out. We've got a really cool burrow. I didn't know. He just roams the yard. What's up, everybody? I'm hanging in. It's Larry.
Hi, everyone. Hello.
My favorite marine biologist, who happens to love reptiles that live on land as well.
Of course.
I guess I did a whole show on, what's your iguana's name?
So his name is Gordster,
The Gordo?
Yeah, the Gordo.
Yeah, he roams the backyard. I'm just hanging out. We were just hanging out, talking, catching up. And we hear from under the bushes, from out from the ferns comes Gordo. What's up, buddy? He's beautiful. He's got a great look to him. I love these spines on his side here. What a gorgeous lizard, man. And you've had him for how many years now?
I got him in 2001. So,
wow.
Yeah.
And he just roams the backyard.
Yeah, and he dug a burrow. So in nature, they are burrowers. Yeah. So if you come over here under that, see the roots under the Schefflera?
What a cool, this is fun.
So he actually was working on it. He goes
look at this. Not only that, bud, but look who else is living in the burrow. Oh my gosh. Cherry head and a real light pretty. Hold on, look at this. Oh my God, guys. Look at the coloration on this tortoise. This is gorgeous. That's a cherry head.
I've had him for easily. He was an old Marine Life Center when I had two of them, just like that. They're twins.
Oh my gosh, guys, that is an amazing. He's almost a blonde cherry head. That's really, really cool. And
there's another one wherever he is, but those two have been in this yard for.
Wait, here he is. There he is. Look at this. Oh my God, that is so cool, man. Well, I haven't been here in a while. I forget things. Getting old and senile, bro. But yeah, check this. So give me this. I'll show you guys. Check this out. We've got a really cool burrow. And so the burrow, in the wintertime when it gets real cold, what do? You just let them burrow.
So what I do when I know it's going to get cold, I just cover that with a blanket. And then I take him in and put him in a cat crate.
Wow, that's so cool.
That's when it goes down into the lower 50s.
Yeah, like when we get real cold, which is rare.
Yeah. But he doesn't always sleep in there, so he's funny. So half of the time, he actually sleeps in that little thing right there, which.
That's smart. Okay.
So he's not always in the burrow. Sometimes I would imagine because he can't get down there because the turtles are in the way.
That's probably it. They're blocked.
Yes.
They're blocked.
So then what he figured out this was the first winter. After all this time that he figured out that when it gets cold, Cecil's house is heated. And so he ended up starting to go in there.
So incredible.
This winter, I was like, where is Gordo? I'm like, dang. And all of a sudden, I'm like, boom. And I came out here and he's sitting on that big blanket.
That is fantastic.
So now I may not have to bring him in as much or worry about it because if he knows, because he'll remember.
Right.
That's the place to go when it gets cold.
That's amazing. And that's Cecil.
That's good old Cecil.
Yeah, man, he's been here for years. Did I give you this tortoise? No.
No, I don't think so.
I think
this was more one of those bush wildlife relations.
Right, back there.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow,
one
this
of
is cool.
That was found in the wild.
Yep. That's awesome. Nice little color. Guys, check it out. These are coconut palms.
Yeah,
how cool is that?
Got some ready to transfer.
This is so cool. Some nice coconut palms. I mean, this is exactly how this plant colonized the tropics. Coconuts fall, storm sweeps them out to sea, they travel for miles, hit a beach, boom, here you go. Just like this. I don't know, have any of you guys up north ever see a coconut palm just start to become a tree? I think that's cool. The coconuts are just giant seeds.
And here's the
parent.
Straight up, that's where they all came.
Whoa!
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's, you can get messed up. If a coconut drops on your head, you will feel it or be dead.
And these fronds off of those queen palms come crashing down heavy
Oh,
too.
yeah. That's crazy.
Oh, I'll hear him. I'm inside and I hear the whole thing crashing down. And
I always love...
Nothing has been harmed. But
yeah, I love your backyard because it's always been full of mature... yeah, you're like me in the way that you just let nature take its course. You do a little pond frond cleaning. Yeah, you steer it. I like that. But look, these are some royal palms, I think. Look how big these are. It's fun to just see all the different plants that you can have in South Florida. I've become more interested in plants lately, which I've been planting a bunch. And I've got a new friend named Tom Holtz, who's a plant nerd. And he's been bringing me some beautiful rare palms. And
great.
I've been meeting people that kind of do that kind of work. So it's been
well,
fun.
I brought baobab seeds back from St. Croix. I have baby baobabs.
You have baobabs?
I got baobab. I got
babies. I want a baobab tree because
well,
they're
you have to
originally
wait
from
300 years.
Yeah, they're from Africa and Madagascar.
I know.
I'd love to plant them by my radiated tortoises.
Sure. I mean, I'll bring some. I brought a few seeds back. You have to germinate them and you have
so
to
cool. And what else?
And then this is the rhino.
Yeah, let's see now. This one you got for me.
Yeah. He was, and then this is where the babies are too. So
oh, you have baby rhinos in there?
Well, no, baby
tortoises.
Yeah,
oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah.
See, I keep them in here for protection from.
Right. Let's see, guys. Oh, look at this. Here's another one. These just kind of show up in his property. Oh my gosh! Yes. Holy
He's super friendly.
smokes!
He's
Holy
always been
smokes!
mellow as can be.
I can't believe
got
this is the same
beautiful
animal.
blue.
Yeah, he does. He is gorgeous. Look at that. Dude, you're killing it, man. These animals just have been thriving in this place. That is so awesome. And look, he even like I said, he even gets the little
he gets
redfoots. That's beautiful, little baby tortoises. These are all incubated and hatched in the ground.
In the ground, I find them wandering around the backyard. Yeah.
That's so cool. It's so fun. He's got his own little science project going on here. And what have you been up to lately in the ocean, man? You've got some fun stuff going on. You were down in St. Croix. You're doing a lot of work.
Hawksbill research.
Always doing the Hawksbills, your passion project.
Hard to believe that after all these years, the islands really have not been well surveyed. You know, for a lot of beach work has gone over the years, but not as much the foraging populations in the water on the reefs.
Okay.
So kind of like here many years ago when I started, I was kind of collecting new information, and so we realized after going over there a few times back and forth with other colleagues that nobody had really done the same kind of surveys there that I've done here. So
amazing.
Yeah.
One of my favorite finds when I moved to Jupiter was this gentleman here, because I forget entirely how it began, but I wandered into the old Marine Life Center many years ago.
That's where it would have happened.
And just started chat. Just said, oh, hey, I have turtles at home, and we became friendly. And then, of course, he, I went and got certified for scuba and did a couple dives with you, and we've had a lot of fun. We'd love to do more adventures with you, Larry. I know we would love to do something out there, maybe in Costa Rica or even St. Croix. So there is talk of us kind of joining forces and maybe offering a trip for you viewers out there. Let me know in the comments below, is that something that you guys would be interested in? Because we're just toying with the idea of doing a reptile-based adventure with myself and Larry to one of those destinations. Either it's going to be in St. Croix where we're diving, most of the action's going to be in the water.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be in the water. Or we could kind of combine the best of both worlds and do a trip to Costa Rica where we would see all of the terrestrial species that country has, but we'd also get some really great information out of you seeing some of the nesting sea turtles. So that would be a fun trip. So these are things we're toying with. Would you guys be interested? Please let me know in the comments below. The trips, we have no idea of the pricing yet, but generally I think you fly yourself there.
Yeah. So usually with trips like these, there are people that are serving sort of the guides and doing the itinerary, making sure that everybody gets to where they need to go to once we're there. But it's generally everyone's responsibility to arrive within the country that we go.
Gotcha. So you'd fly,
for instance, to St. Croix, it's U.S. Virgin Islands, so it's not a different country. You just fly to the St. Croix, we meet you at the airport, and there the adventure begins.
Gotcha.
Depending on where you go in Costa Rica, there may be an additional flight involved after you get to San Jose to get to some of the other places. But those are are all the things. Those are the differences between those two different locations.
Cool.
And those itineraries would be different, but that's kind of the idea.
It's kind of fun because I think it would be a fun trip. We would, of course, be filming on the trip. Tom and I would be there. Larry would be there. We would learn a great deal, and we'd be in an Eden-like tropical paradise, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, Costa Rica is a big place. There's a lot more choices. Yeah. St. Croix is a much smaller place, you know.
Interesting.
But nonetheless, yeah, very beautiful. Both of them.
Let me know, guys. I want to know if you guys would be interested in that, because it's just how much interest and how many people will commit to it to make it worthwhile for the trip. So let me know. Anyhow, this is just incredible, man. Little things like, let me show you something. That tree. He built around the tree. Very simple idea, but I love it. And it gives me ideas.
It gives the animal a little bit more enrichment, and technically it was easier to do that than it was to
go around it. So, no, I love it. And in fact, what I would think is, I have the croc monitor as a boreal animal. It'd be fun to somehow use.
Oh, I've thought about that so many times. Doing a monitor with having the ability to have a tree and everything, but they're so smart.
Yes, they are smart. You got to be careful. They can get out. This is interesting though, man. But like all these little nooks and crannies in property. How many? Oh, look at this. So he comes over to visit this male. Do they? They want to bite. Yeah, they fight.
They hang out, which is great. I think they have a relationship so long as that fence is there.
Yeah.
And then when he gets riled up for whatever reason, especially in that spring, early summer, he gets and his head will start to vibrate, and he'll go running across and actually kind of hit that. And then he isn't usually the aggressor one. He's usually just sitting there, but they would go to it. Oh,
definitely. I had a horrible thing happen. One of the dividers in my last year, the door didn't shut, and my rhino got in with Guapo the Cuban, and I came home after helping people with this Aldabra. Sure. And Guapo was all shredded up. Maggots were already starting to hatch. So it took a few months for me to get him back to health, but he's fine now. He's fine now. They can be very, very vicious to each other. That is for sure. This is awesome, man. And did you downsize some of your collection a little bit? I know.
No, I just haven't upped it. You know what I mean?
Perfect.
So
yeah, that's smart.
But this is that's a noni tree that I'm growing. That's from the tropics. Right
noni,
here.
like noni fruit.
Yep. This is a noni.
No way. Yeah, that has a fruit that they would make a noni juice, and I remember in the early 2000s it was like the cure-all, like that's the drink. You got to drink noni juice, and there's always some trendy thing that people find that you got to drink. So
right. So
we'll get some noni.
Yeah.
And what else do we have here? Ponytail palms. This is something, right?
That's a bougainvillea.
Oh, bougainvillea.
That's a star fruit.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Both this and that fellow are sapotes.
Sapote?
Mm-hmm. It's another tropical fruit.
Awesome. And of course, we've got the ficus,
who I had cut way back. I had the guys, professionals, come because it had overgrown to a canopy. And look what you're standing on.
Yeah.
These were buried until the hurricane. So the whole thing
started moving.
Brought these things up.
Really?
So after the hurricane, I said we need to take the weight off of the top end of it. So what we did is just like imagine just getting a giant haircut. It just went back down to. So now it's starting to.
It'll do its thing. I believe where these are native to. If you guys watch the channel, you know that these are some of my favorite trees. Banyan trees, ficus trees. They're in the fig family.
It's a Strangler.
Yeah. Oh.
So this one consumed what was an old palm. It was probably a sable. And then it grew around the fence and everything.
Look at that.
What they do, these trees consume other ones. You see them in the tropics.
Yeah, they use. Florida has a native called the Strangler fig, and then the other figs or banyans to compensate for that massive trunk, because one of these trees can actually be 2 acres in size. One tree.
And long-lived as well.
Very long-lived. If you remember the Jungle Book, I think Mowgli lived in a banyan tree. Yeah. And so my favorite part of them are the air roots. the roots that tend to come down. Now, to support that big canopy, everyone loves the canopy look of these trees, so they kind of trim away at these roots. But as a branch comes out, it'll send down tendrils. They hit the ground and they immediately become another trunk. And those trunks support the massive, massive weight. But here, it's not necessarily, you don't want it to take over your whole backyard. So he trimmed it down. Don't worry, it'll grow back. Yeah, it'll be back quick.
No, but
I love these
and
trees.
it saved it, because otherwise the
it would have
storm's
toppled.
gonna,
It would have
it was for its
toppled
own good.
Now, who's following us over here? I hear some noise, some rummaging. Is that? I thought I heard something right here. Now,
and this is actually, turns out too, this is like a butterfly.
look at this, yeah.
Here, there's only one that made me think of it. There are times when I'll come back here and there are like 20 all doing their thing.
Yeah.
They love these fire bushes
It's just a fun place to visit, man. I like Larry's backyard. There's just a lot to see on the botanical side, on the reptile side, and then I always wind up, learning a lot from Larry. We have a lot of philosophical discussions. You missed out on a good one this morning at breakfast. It would have been fun to have you there, talking about AI and the end of human civilization. Really good stuff. Yeah. Just
singularity.
Yes, there you go.
Any AI helping with your turtle research?
I have not yet turned it on, man.
Okay. All right.
So I'm
old
a purist.
School. Yes,
so
he's an old school guy.
I write all my own stuff.
There you go. Where can people go to kind of support you guys?
So well, I'm still the National Save the Sea Turtle Foundation.
Okay.
We moved the office up to North Palm from Fort Lauderdale, but we're still the same organization. So
awesome.
We do, of course, our hawksbill research, and then we do what we can to support other organizations throughout the state and St. Croix and other places like that. So we kind of do what we can to help everyone out.
Real conservation work, a real academic and field scientist, Dr. Larry Wood.
Well, thank you.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, my buddy, and now yours. Don't forget to go to patreon.com/Kamp Kenan. Go to the Save the Sea Turtle Foundation. Links will be in the description. We'll be back. We're going to do more Larry. Don't forget to comment below. We want to know, will you go on a trip with us? See you later.
Later, bro.
Thanks, man.